All right. National anthem.
For UAPB, at guard, the 5'5" junior from Raymond, Mississippi, number 1, Deanna Harris.
All right, we're going to go on right after this commercial, okay? All right, tell them 20 seconds. 20, touch them. 20 seconds, 20 seconds.
At forward, the 5'11" junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 21, Hassan. At guard,
I can't hear Jamila.
And at forward, the 6'2" from Berlin, Texas, number 31, Catherine Darden. The University of Arkansas Pine-Bluff Lady Lions are coached by Danny Evans.
And welcome to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. It is once again time for GSU basketball. Hi, everybody. Santoria Black along with Donovan Travis bringing you today's ball game as the Grambling Tigers get ready to take on the Arkansas Pine Bluff Lady Golden Lions. And Donovan, of course, Arkansas Pine Bluff comes in 1-6 in the conference, 4-10 overall. But that doesn't matter really because one of the things that has to be noted is the fact that Jackson came in last weekend and they only had one win and they beat Grambling.
Absolutely. You cannot underestimate any opponent in the SWAC. You can't underestimate any opponent for any matter because everybody's here for a reason and everybody has a chance. So to take your opponent lightly is to almost concede yourself and let your guard down, and you can't do that.
And, of course, the Grambling Tigers coming off of a tough win. They didn't have to play on Monday, so they did get a little bit of rest. One of the things that Coach Murray spoke about was how important it was going to be for them to get off to a good start and really come out acting like that they can really play, because I know the last game that they had, he said, you know, it was like we were in quicksand and really didn't know what was going on in the last game.
Not only that, if they're going to have to get off to a quick start, they're going to have to keep that momentum and keep that tempo going, because we've seen them start off very hot and then just let everything go by the wayside.
All right, just about ready for the opening tip between Grambling and Arkansas Pine Bluff. Let's give you the starting lineup. First of all, for Arkansas Pine Bluff, they'll start number 1, Keonia Harris, a 5'5" junior from Raymond, Mississippi. They'll start Tatiana Vincent, a 5'9" junior, and she is from Martin, Tennessee. They'll start number 21, Aya El Hassan. She's one of those players that has been a mainstay in this program, a 5'11" junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma. They'll start number 24, Noelle Taylor, a 5'9" junior from Fairfax, Virginia. And then they'll also start the big girl in the middle, Catherine Darden, the 6' junior from Pearland, Texas. Now, when you look at this Arkansas Pine Bluff basketball team, one of the things that you have to remember is Nate Kilbert, who has been the longtime head coach of this team, was actually let go. And so now Danny Evans, the interim basketball coach, all the way down and quickly down the floor. And Noelle Taylor getting an early bucket here for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Right from the jump, you see where Arkansas Pine Bluff mindset is that they're trying to attack early.
Grambling with the basketball, 2-0 Arkansas Pine Bluff on top. Rebound by Pine Bluff after the missed bucket, and here comes Harris. Harris on the left side now gets it over to Vincent. Vincent loses the ball out of bounds, and it goes back to Grambling. Grambling Tigers right now trailing 2-0 to Arkansas Pine Bluff. You know that Texas Southern, one of those teams that's been extremely hot in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Grambling with the basketball now. Trailing 2-0 to Arkansas Pine Bluff. 9:11 remaining first quarter of play. Shot is up, no good by Shekinah Hill. And Arkansas Pine Bluff with the rebound.
Got it for traveling.
Traveling violation. It will be Grambling's basketball. And those are the things that if you are Arkansas Pine Bluff, you don't want. You cannot afford to turn the basketball over.
Turnovers can kill a team. They can kill any type of momentum you're looking for.
Arkansas Pine Bluff, number 10 in the conference in scoring. They're only averaging 50 points a ball game. Shot up, no good. Grambling with the rebound. I should say Pine Bluff with the rebound.
Chicago was thinking about the three-pointer, but decided to take it inside rather.
And a shot up and good.
That's a stop and pop by Harris for Arkansas Pine Bluff to make it 4-0 now.
4-0, Grambling trailing, 8:17 remaining. Near turnover by the Lady Tigers. Shot up, no good by Jasmine Boyd, and here comes Arkansas Pine Bluff with the rebound. That's going to be an offensive foul charged to Arkansas Pine Bluff, Grambling basketball.
Good hustle by Shekinah Hill to get down there and in position to draw the charge.
And that foul is going to be charged to number 1, Keonia Harris. That's her first personal. You see on the replay, if you're watching GSU TV, that was a clear offensive foul, and great job there by drawing the contact.
We've talked about it before. Shekinah Hill is not one to shy away from contact. She may be one of the smallest players on the floor, but she'll take it to the inside and expect contact without question.
Noelle Taylor is the leading scorer for Arkansas Pine Bluff. She's only averaging about 8 points a ball game. Shot up, no good. Rebound in the putback, no good. Foul coming up. And it looks like that Darden will go to the free throw line. That foul is going to be charged to Madison Connolly Banks. First free throw up and good.
If you just look at the roster, you can see that Grambling on the inside is definitely going to have the work cut out for them. Arkansas Pine Bluff has 4 players at standing 6 foot or taller, and Grambling just has 2 in Madison Connolly Banks and Jasmine Forte.
Second free throw up and no good.
There was a
lane violation.
Yep.
So now the Lady Golden Lions will get another opportunity here. 5-0 our score, now 6-0. Same kind of difference here. Grambling and Jackson State the other night. Jackson State got off to a really hot start. Yancey traveled. Oh, she stepped on the line. Turnover Grambling. Lady Tigers trailing now by the score of 6-0. And a turnover. Grambling has the basketball. That is Shekinah Hill, and she gets the first 2 points of the ball game for the Lady Tigers. Now 6-2, and Grambling putting on the press.
Shekinah with the quick hands to get that steal, and another one.
Steal by Shekinah Hill. She goes up for the shot, no good. Ball tipped out. Jasmine Boyd gets the rebound. She goes up for the shot, no good. Ball tipped around, and coming down with it is Arkansas Pine Bluff, and it looks like we've got a foul. That's going to be Madison Connolly Banks again with the foul. That's her second personal. And now she's going to be taken out here.
Takara Parsons is coming to check in for Connolly Banks.
Arkansas Pine Bluff has the basketball right now as Connolly Banks with the offensive foul. Again, Noelle Taylor.
There's another steal.
Steal. Here comes Shekinah Hill. She goes for the shot. No good. No foul called, and they're going to call a foul off of the missed shot. And this time it's going to go to Jasmine Boyd.
One thing they tell you to do on those fast breaks, do not look back. And that's exactly what Shekinah Hill did.
Justice Coleman is actually going to be charged with that foul. This team doesn't have a lot of the numbers that you would expect. Also not the best free throw shooting team as well. Grambling with the basketball. Here's a shot. Three-pointer on the way up and no good. Ball tipped around. Shekinah Hill with the rebound after the missed shot by Harris from Arkansas Pine Bluff. A little hand checking going on by Al Hassan. Yancey with the basketball on the baseline. Kicks it back out to Justice Coleman. Shot is going to be off the mark on the right side. And coming down with the rebound is El Hassan. El Hassan coming down with the basketball. 3-on-1. Oh, she traveled a mile. And either way, it was either going to be an offensive foul or a travel.
Clear as day.
Taylor, Harris. Both Harrises, actually. There's a Keonia Harris and a Shantayla Harris. Vincent all have played 14 ball games for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Hatter and Darden. This team has gone through some things this year. Justice Coleman with the shot, up good. 6-4 our score. And a nice pass by Jasmine Boyd inside of Justice Coleman, little 10-foot jumper.
Making quick work of that full court pressure that Arkansas Pine Bluff was trying to put on early. Passing out of it, that's the only way you can really beat a press is to just pass out.
Pine Bluff giving up 66 points a ball game. Shot up and good. 8-4 now our score. El Hassan with the basket. And Pine Bluff gets the ball off the turnover. Here come the Lady Golden Lions. Shot up and good by Noelle Taylor. Taylor now has 4 points for Arkansas Pine Bluff. It is now 10-4, Grambling trailing. Jasmine Boyd off the mark with the shot. Keona Harris with the rebound now for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Three-pointer on the way up, no good. Vincent trying for the long-distance shot. And Takara Parsons can't handle the pass from Shekinah Hill. Goes out of bounds. And we have a timeout on the floor with the score. The Grambling Tigers trailing Arkansas Pine Bluff 10-4. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. 1 minute. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
So that you can get to where you need to be. In your free time, you can stay up to date with the latest social media posts from the Grambling State University, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So head over to the App Store and download the Grambling State mobile app today.
The world-famed Tiger Marching Band presents Click It or Ticket. Drive sober or get pulled over.
And, of course, here at the Frederick C. Hamby Assembly Center, we're not too far away from High School Day 2019. The Grambling family will welcome in students from all across the South and the country. If you want to be a part of High School Day, all you have to do is call 318-274-6182. Early on, you look at Arkansas Pine Bluff, and there's numbers, 6 points in the paint to Grambling's 2. And then, of course, Grambling right now 2 of 12 from the field. Arkansas Pine Bluff 4 of 7.
That tells you all you need to know. Got to get smarter shots and got to actually cash in on those shots as well.
Pine Bluff with the basketball right now as Grambling trails 10-4. Controlling the rock now for Arkansas Pine Bluff is Kai Richardson. Richardson now looking on the inside, and she has Harris. Taylor Harris, and she misses on the shot. Nice job by Takara Parsons. She goes in and gets the shot. Her first 2 points of the ball game. Grambling Lady Tigers now trail 10-6. Ball goes out of bounds off of Grambling, and it'll stay with Arkansas Pine Bluff. Into the Grambling lineup for the Lady Tigers. That's going to be Jasmine Forte replacing Justice Coleman.
Got to match size with size on the inside.
Absolutely. And Pine Bluff scoring again. El Hassan with the bucket for Arkansas Pine Bluff. She has 4 points now. Lady Tigers trail 12-6. Shakala Hill with the basketball. Inside to Forte. And a steal. Oh, and then it gets turned back over to Shakala Hill. Hill, a little floater with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. She now has 4 points, and it's now an 12-8 ball game. Grambling cutting the deficit to 4.
Good job by Shakala to stay with the ball right there.
3:03 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Great defense there by Grambling on the 2-3. Harris, Sean Taylor losing the ball. It's on the floor. Grambling recovers, and Shakala Hill has the basketball now behind the back. Shaking a few defenders, going up for the floater again. No good. Sean Taylor Harris with the rebound for Arkansas Pine Bluff. 12-8 our score. Controlling the basketball, Noelle Taylor. Taylor goes up for the shot. No good. All 5 white shirts around the basketball. Cameron London also in the ball game now for the Grambling Tigers, as well as Kendriana Washington. Washington with the basketball, looking to the inside to Forte. Can't find anybody. And will now get it back out to Shakala Hill. Now to Cameron London. Inside to Forte. Forte, a little jumper, little hook up, no good. And Sean Taylor Harris with the rebound for Arkansas Pine Bluff, getting it out to Vincent. Vincent now top of the key to Kai Richardson. She's right on the lip there of the Grambling G at midcourt. Now getting the ball to El Hassan. A nice little fake there by Vincent, taking a step inside the three-point line. Shot no good. And here comes Shakala Hill. Hill will drive. A little floater inside the paint. Good! Shakala Hill now with 6 points. She'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. And really, this was just a bad foul by Vincent as she just swung at Shakala Hill.
Now we have a 1-point ball game here in the first quarter.
12-11. And Shakala Hill now with 7 points. Near turnover. Richardson with the basketball. She goes to the right side, now driving towards the corner. Back out, now to El Hassan. Three-pointer on the way. Rattles in and out, no good. To Kara Parsons with the rebound for the Lady Tigers. Out to Cameron London, who got a pocket picked by Vincent. Vincent defended by Takara Parsons. Thought about the three, passed it back out to Jones. Jones thought about the three, no good.
Nothing but air.
Man, felt the wind.
Shut the door.
Here is the shot up by Shakala Hill, no good. She draws the foul. She's going to the line to shoot 2. El Hassan with the foul. That's the third team foul and the first personal for El Hassan. Shot up, good for Shakala Hill. As we told you about a few weeks ago, Nate Kilbert, who was a longtime coach, he was at Mississippi Valley before coming to Arkansas Pine Bluff, and then, of course, he's been at Arkansas Pine Bluff for quite some time. They made a coaching change. Danny Evans, who has been an assistant coach in the SWAC, also a head coach, as a matter of fact, for Arkansas Pine Bluff. is now the interim head coach for the Lady Golden Lions.
Ariel Williams checks in for Shakila Hill now.
Remember the last game, Shakila Hill, I think, played all 40 minutes. Kai Richardson with the basketball. She's coming down the left side. Washington will pick up. Nice defense set up there by Grambling. There's going to be a foul there. Well, you can't fault the effort there defensively.
Kai Richardson just dribbling all up and down the floor, trying to find an opening, and then when she finally found one.
Washington with the foul. It'll be Arkansas Pine Bluff basketball under their goal. El Hassan taking a shot from just inside the three-point line. Bouncing high off the rim. No good. Cameron London with the rebound. The native of Birmingham, Alabama. Very talented in the field of mass communications. Not only looking to do things in radio, but also has her own YouTube channel.
Nice.
Washington with the shot up, no good. She's produced some videos that have really been nice. Coach Murray and Coach Pierre, assistant Coach Pierre, said that they've been very impressed with what she's done academically, and now she's looking to do some things for herself after she gets out of college. It's going to be a traveling violation, and it will go back to Grambling. 13-12 our score. Grambling is now on top with 20 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Coming into the ball game now for the Tigers will be Madison Connolly Banks, and remember, she's got 2 fouls already.
Especially since Jasmine Forte is off the floor, you expect her to play on the inside and expect Arkansas Pine Bluff to really attack her with 2 fouls here in the first quarter.
Ariel, long pass down there to Washington, kicks it back out to Takara Parsons, who traveled with 12 seconds left in the first quarter of play. Coach Murray telling everybody to pick it up. Quite a few fans coming over from Arkansas Pine Bluff for today's ball game. Pine Bluff, of course, only about less than a 3-hour drive from Grambling to Arkansas Pine Bluff, about 2:45. 4 seconds remaining. Shot up no good by Kai Richardson. Takara Parsons gets it up to Ariel. Ariel with the 3-point shot up. Oh! Hits it! Count the bucket! A 3-point bucket by Ariel Williams from half court to end the first quarter of play. Wow, what a shot, and looking at the replay on GSU TV, a tremendous 3-point bucket. We'll take this timeout into the first quarter. 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back.
You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you, you can start here and go anywhere. Here at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades, student email, your Tiger One card, news, the KGRM radio station. The official Grambling State University app is here, and the features make it 100 times easier for you to navigate through the semester. Get direct access to your grades.
The campus of GSU and get information on how to become a student. If your high school is interested in high school day, all you have to do is call 318-274-6182 or go to the website at www.graham.edu. We'll join our television audience here in just a second, but what a way to end the first quarter after trailing at one point in time, somewhere to the tune of 10-4. Grambling has gone on a 12-2 run now.
Yeah, they started off the game very slow. At one point, it was 6-0. No bucket for Grambling within almost 3 minutes of the start the game. And to come out with that and then end the game, or in that quarter rather, with a half-court shot like that, amazing. Now they just have to keep that momentum and keep that tempo going, because we have seen them time and time again lose momentum as the game goes on and then ultimately find themselves scratching and clawing just to stay in the game.
And, of course, at the scores table, the officials are reviewing the video to see if that was a three-point play or if it was a three-pointer and that shot was good and they didn't travel. And so it looks like that the shot will count. And it's 16-12, Grambling on top as we enter into the second quarter of play between Grambling and Arkansas Pine Bluff. And you look at Pine Bluff and you look at their record, 1-6 overall, but really is misleading. 1-6 in conference play, rather. They are a scrappy bunch, and they do have some returners.
That's what I told you. You can't sleep on any team because just because their record says one thing, their style of play can tell you a whole nother story.
Ariel Williams getting it to Connolly Banks, and they're going to call 3 seconds, and it goes back to Arkansas Pine Bluff. And, you know, there, Ariel Williams had a shot to go up with it about, 6-7 feet out from the bucket. That's when you need to go up and try to hit that bucket.
Got to have smart shots, can't force anything else. If you have a smart shot and you know what your shot is, you definitely have to go up with it.
16-12 our score. The Grambling Lady Tigers on top. 9:44 remaining in this first quarter of play. Lady Tigers, of course, trying to pick up a couple of big wins at home. They've got Mississippi Valley on Monday. Shot up and good. And the bucket is going to be given to Shantayla Harris.
Just got the ball on the inside with a nice little hook shot right there over Conley Banks.
Up and good, 3-point bucket.
Ariel Williams from the top of the key.
Boy, they need more like that from Ariel Williams. Of course, Williams, the 5'9" sophomore from Memphis. Shantayla Harris with the ball just inside the right elbow. Shot is up, no good. Jasmine Boyd with the rebound. Shot up, no good. And, a steal by Justice Coleman. That's going to be a travel. Oh, they're going to call a push-off. And that foul is going to go against Yancey. That is her first personal.
Chicago Hill checks back into the game for Ariel Williams.
And in for Arkansas Pine Bluff, it'll be Noelle Taylor. Well, you look at the standings in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Southern right now sitting on top of the conference. Actually, there's a 4-way tie for first place. But since they've won more games, they're on top 6-2, Prairie View 5-2, Grambling 5-2, and Alabama State 5-2. So you can see just how important these next 2 games are for Grambling and for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff right now is on the outside looking in. Only the top 8 teams will go to the tournament. Top 4 will host. Yancey goes up for the shot, no good, but she's going to the line.
Can't let any team in the SWAC get any breathing room at all, as you see the foul right there.
That's going to go against Vincent. That's her second personal foul. Well, if the season were to end today, Alcorn and Arkansas Pine Bluff would be on the outside. Fans having some fun here with the officials.
Not just the officials, but the Arkansas Pine Bluff players as well.
Yep.
Their expense.
Forte coming in, Jasmine Boyd coming in for Arkansas Pine Bluff. They have Tracity Totten that will come in, 5'10" sophomore from Itabena, Mississippi. Want to take a guess on one of her family members?
Drawing a blank.
So Tracity Totten is a relative. Of course, her very famous relative is Willie Satellite Totten, who was the quarterback at Mississippi Valley during the time when Jerry Rice was playing with the Delta Devils.
Oh, wow. That's a very interesting fact.
Yep. Foul coming up. And that's going to go against Justice Coleman. Shantayla Harris nearly traveled, and Jasmine Boyd's shoe came off. We've seen some missing shoes lately. Shantayla Harris got it blocked out of there. Justice Coleman gets it in. And Shekinah Hill up the floor. Gets it to Jasmine Boyd. Shot up good.
Just narrowly tipped and still ended up in the hands of Jasmine Boyd for the lay-in.
And Danny Evans has a few concerns that he wants to talk over with the officials. 21-14 the score. It is a 30-second timeout, it looks like. That will now be a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. The Grambling Lady Tigers on top 21-14. We're going to take a timeout. You're listening to Grambling Basketball right here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. The Arkansas Pine Bluff Lady Golden Lions trailing Grambling 21-14. And I just want to mention that at one point in time, it was 10-4 Arkansas Pine Bluff on top. And since that point, Grambling has went on a tear and hold Arkansas Pine Bluff to just 4 points, outscoring them, to the tune of, 17-4? Make that 17-6 now. And the shot up is up and good by Taunton, getting her first 2 points of the ball game. Up and good, three-pointer. That's Jasmine Boyd for 3. 5 points now on the ball game. And a steal. Shekinah Hill with the basketball, going in for the shot. Good!
Shekinah Hill just almost defying gravity, just floating onto the other side of the basket for that lay-in.
11 points now for Shekinah Hill. And the Lady Lions now getting another timeout. This is going to be a 30-second timeout. And so we will keep it right here. Coach Danny Evans is furious right now at the officials.
He wanted a kick ball violation on Shekinah Hill for that steal.
Well, he's not going to get it. And now the Lady Golden Lions now down by 10, 26-16. So 22-6 run now for the Lady Tigers.
You talked about it being 10-4 in the beginning. I don't know who said what, but the Lady Tigers have definitely woken up since that 10-4 run.
Absolutely. Being visited by a celebrity, DJ Twin. Twin! And you know what? Let me tell you something. DJ Twin, is his fault because my son goes around the house going, okay.
Hey, don't blame the DJ.
All right, coming out of the timeout, Lady Tigers will defend here. And there was an open pass, and they go right into a double team. It's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Jasmine Boyd, it looks like. And that'll be her first personal.
She had the double team right there between Boyd and Hill and just couldn't stop her momentum from running into her. Oh, I tell you.
Wow.
24, Noelle Taylor streaking on the other side of the court, but just didn't get the ball.
Lady Golden Lions, where they have had some really bad games. That was blocked out of there by Jasmine Boyd. She steps on the line, and it goes back to Pine Bluff. And just to tell you how it's been some misfortune for Arkansas Pine Bluff, they lost by 6 in the opening game of conference play to Mississippi Valley. And then they played Alabama State, lost by 2. And then they were destroyed by A&M as the missed shot there by Pine Bluff. They were destroyed 78-52, nearly a 32-point loss to Southern. And then they finally got their first win against Alcorn, lost by 1 to Texas Southern. So So they've had, what, 2-3 games that have been less than 4 points. You take away those three losses, and you're now at 4-2 or 4-3 instead of 1-6.
It's not always about how you start, but how you finish a game. Game's not always won in the first minute. It's won in the last minute. So, you talked about starting off strong and everything, but it doesn't really matter how you start if you can't finish.
3-point bucket up and good. They're going to call it a 2 there.
By Jasmine Forte.
That's her first 2 points of the ball game. First time out, it was 10-4. Less than 5 minutes in the first quarter. It's 21-14, and now it's 28-16. The turnover here by Pine Bluff, and here comes Grambling.
That pass was tipped by Shakila.
3-pointer by Jasmine Boyd, up no good, and Boyd will get the rebound. Swings it out to Cameron London. 3-pointer up no good. Forte knocks the ball out of bounds. And they say it goes off of Pine Bluff. And wait a minute, now there's a discussion here with the officials. It looked like it was off of Grambling.
And they're going to say that's what happened. And
yes. (28-16) the score. 5:40 remaining here in this first half of play. Shantella Harris goes in. She draws the foul.
That foul's going to be on
Forte.
Jasmine Forte. Yep.
And boy, that's a big body. You talk about Forte, 6'3" and a freshman. Shantella Harris, 6 foot and a senior, but Harris has got some bulk to her.
Definitely.
Harris, of course, a senior from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Free throw up and good. And for Harris, I believe that's 3 points for her. She has one more opportunity at the charity stripe.
Kendriana Washington checks into the game for Jasmine Boyd now.
Shot up and good. Three games, Pine Bluff is lost by 4 points or less, 1-6 in conference play. Wow, talk about the shooter's roll for Cameron London. I thought that was surely going to be off the mark, and she gets her first bucket of the ball game.
Off the rim, off the glass.
Now 30-18. Inside to Shantella Harris. She draws a double team. Kicks it back out to Totten. Totten goes up for the shot, partially blocked. Forte with the rebound. Oh, just a little bit too much mustard on the pass to Takara Parsons, and goes out of bounds.
Just out of her reach. That's the difference between Grambling and Arkansas Pine Bluff you see right now, because Grambling is not afraid to throw the ball down court or even across court for that matter. Arkansas Pine Bluff is a little more conservative with the ball and letting it work its way over there.
Harris nearly losing the ball. And that's Keonia Harris, who's the point guard. Now to Shantella Harris. Shot up, blocked.
Cameron London.
Oh, and a steal by Taylor. Shantella Harris nearly getting the ball back. Keonia Harris, three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball tipped around and brought down by Darden. Foul coming up. No, they call it travel against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Takara Parsons getting the ball inbounded. 5'9" senior from Virginia Beach. Parsons look inside. Jasmine Forte, foul coming up on the floor. Looks like it'll go to Shantella Harris. Really nothing you can do about that. And you can watch on the inside as we're watching the replay. Harris had her hands all over her back.
That's the type of attention you're going to draw at 6'3" on the inside.
Shakila Hill pops it back out to Cameron London. Three-pointer, no good, coming off the mark. And the rebound by Washington. London already back on defense. That's what Coach Murray likes to see. Missed the shot, get back on defense. Washington now will drive. Will pull up from, it's an air ball, maybe partially blocked, and the rebound by Jones. Akiva Jones, the 5'11 freshman from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Shakala Hill getting the ball up the floor to Washington, up and good.
Defense translates to offense as shown right there.
And a near steal by Shakala Hill.
Shakala Hill is what we call a ball hawk. She naturally just gravitates to the ball, whether it be on defense or offense. She's always going to have her fingerprints all over the ball.
And Shakala Hill gets a little breather here. And one of the things that Coach Murray talked about is making certain that the ladies get rest when they need to.
Have cardio, you want to make sure you can get as much time as possible. At the same time, you don't want to overdo it yourself and then just drain yourself out to where you're tired for pretty much the rest of the game.
That's Michaela Jones. Going to be a traveling violation. 32-18, 2:59 remaining here in the first half of play. Grambling on top. Coming up, we'll talk a little bit about the Super Bowl, college basketball, Monday night's game, things going on around Grambling, and the new library. We'll talk about that as well.
I don't think you want to say Super Bowl too loud in this state.
Oh, no. Cameron London, nice pass to Washington. Washington goes up too far under the rim, and coming away with the bucket is Keonia Harris. Harris with the basketball, bounces back out. Now getting the ball to Jones. Jones up for the shot, and it's good. 2:20 remaining in the first half of play. 32-20 now the score. A little push off by by Washington rather. Justice Coleman getting it back out to Washington. Back out to Coleman. Little shot up, no good. Ariel Williams with the rebound. She goes up, can't hit the bucket, and that's going to be a foul on Ariel Williams. Or check that, Takara Parsons, I think it is. Yep, Takara Parsons is going to be called for the foul, and that basically happened because of that missed shot. Takara Parsons was basically out of position to try to get the ball.
Right, you got to cash in on shots like that, and you can't make mistakes like that. Right there under the basket, you got to cash in where you're right there. Point blank range.
Taylor now at the line.
I think she just pump faked her own free throw.
Yeah, she did. Faked herself out.
Coming into the game, she's a 38% free throw shooter. Splits a pair right there at the free throw line.
Jasmine Boyd, three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball tipped. Justice Coleman with the rebound, gets it out to Cameron London. She'll take the three. That's going to be off. Ariel Williams with the shot. She gets her shot partially blocked. Williams wanted a foul. Nice defense. Keonia Harris was trapped and all alone. Jones down low, and she gets the bucket. Jones now with 4, 32-23, 1:12 remaining here in the first half of play.
It was a good concept of the trap, but when other players fail to rotate, somebody's always going to be left open, and then right there underneath the basket, easy lay-in.
Cameron London thought about the three. Boy, she took the European step, goes up and can't hit the bucket. Man, they cannot buy a shot on the inside. 32-23, under a minute remaining in the first half of play. Near steal by Justice Coleman. Shot is up and no good. And that was up by Taylor, and Grambling will get the ball back. Shakala Hill will come into the ball game. Cameron London will come out.
One of the bench coaches tried to get Cameron London a high five as she's beating herself up over there, but she just wasn't paying attention. He had to high five himself.
Very competitive. Ariel Williams with the basketball takes a three-pointer up. Good!
She took a little dribble step in for 2.
So they give her the 2. It's now 5 points for Ariel Williams. Make that 8 points. Shot up and good by El Hassan with 5 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining. Justice Coleman goes up, gets the bucket to end the first half of play. 36-25 at the half. We'll take this 2-minute timeout on the Grambling Sports Radio Network for our television broadcast crew. We will see you coming up in the third quarter. We'll take this 2-minute timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling?
And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. 36-25 is our halftime score here at halftime. I want to say this quietly, but it's Super Bowl weekend.
It is.
And you got to say this quietly because, you know, there's still a lot of Saints fans that, some Saints fans say they're not watching it. They're having a not watching the Super Bowl party.
I've seen a lot of flyers going up about that.
Yeah.
So there's definitely still a lot of, you know, a bitter taste around Louisiana. So.
Bitter like grapefruit juice.
What is
I
Grambling?
mean, bitter like greens. Like they haven't had the water poured off
Grambling
of
is
them.
growing.
That's bitter.
Yeah.
And so now, we look at
It's a
this game.
community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
And then, of course, when you start looking at the Rams, their defense has been extremely good this year. You know, at times it's been a little bit suspect, but the defense is good this year if you're the Rams. The other side, then, you know, you got Ndamukong Suh there. They made a trade and been able to get a couple other players. But now defensively, you put pressure on Brady, I think you change the tempo of this ballgame.
Right. Coming from Detroit, I was able to see firsthand what Ndamukong Suh is capable of. And then you pair him with a guy like Aaron Donald on the defensive line. It's nobody's safe. So that offensive line is definitely going to have their work cut out for them on both sides. Not just on the left side, but the right side as well. And then in the secondary, you have a guy like Marcus Peters, who can easily be a pest, not just to the defense not when he's on defense, but he'll be able to trash talk on offense as well and be able to get in a lot of people's heads.
We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk college basketball and news on the new library that'll be coming to Grambling. All that coming up next right here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. The Lady Tigers on top of Arkansas Pine Bluff, 36-25 at the half. On Thursday, I had the great privilege and honor to go over to a press conference that showed the new plans for the new digital library. And just to kind of tell you a little bit about this library that will be coming, it will have 50,000 square feet of student and community information space, more than 500 student computer stations, more than 17,000 square feet of dedicated study space, room for more than 200,000 physical resources, which are books, videos, microfilm, and then approximately 5,000 square feet of multi-purpose space to support student programming and community events. So, you know, in hearing this, the announcement made by the president, and there are many, many dignitaries there from the Louisiana legislature, from the board, of course, from the university as well. This is really great news for the university. And I know there's been a lot of rumor and thing out there. Was the money really there? The money was actually passed by the legislature in 2018. And this museum, which is being funded by the legislature 100%, comes with more than a $16 million price tag.
Absolutely. And when I tell you it's a good time to be a Grambling State Tiger, it's a good time to be a student at Grambling State University, we are most certainly happy and excited for all the good things that are coming to the campus and being made. Now, I know a lot of people that are graduating are like, well, why wasn't this a thing when I came here?
Right.
But, you know, they're still working on a lot of things, like not just the library, but also, you know, the bowling alley, the swimming pool. So when they're still working out everything because they want everybody to be able to enjoy it, and especially everybody that was here when the announcement was made. So I'm sure that the alumni are happy. I'm sure that the students are happy, and it's just all around just a great time to be here at Grambling State.
Absolutely. Of course, the university will pursue a designation of the first digital library housed at a historically black college and university in the United States, and I think that is a huge designation. Of course, the president said we are honored, or the legislature said that we are honored to help Grambling State lead the new innovation for its students, HBCUs, and the Louisiana community. So this is really a big thing. Grambling State Library received statewide support, and that was so important.
Yeah, it's important to have support, but when it comes from your own state, when it comes from your own legislature, that just makes everything that much better. It makes everything that much more sweet to know that you have a whole state legislature behind you, as well as alumni and students behind you.
Absolutely. Of course, college basketball is still going on. Wisconsin picked up a big win. I always watch that. Michigan still pretty much rolling, although they had a little misstep. But you got both schools in Michigan will probably end up fighting for a #1 seed in the tournament.
Well, you know, you talk about getting upset. That was not the first, but the second time they've been upset this season. So for them to be upset, and as a Michigan fan myself, I definitely want them to fight for that #1 seed myself. But there's still a lot of things, a lot of kinks that they're going to have to iron out. They are a great team, no doubt, but they still have to work out some things if they want to be able to get to that next level, because so many times they have been that team where it's like they're right there on the cusp of not just getting into the Final Four, but winning the Final Four. So you definitely have a lot of things to iron out. You have to be pretty much flawless all across the board if you want to be top tier and Final Four championship material.
Teams that, of course, you know are going to be doing some things. You got Duke, you got Tennessee, which is really good this year. Kentucky, you can never count them out. But teams a little bit disappointing this year. One of the first teams that comes to mind, Indiana's really bad this year.
Right, you look at, expectations that people put on teams, but when you don't live up to the expectations, you're a bust. And so, certain aspects happen and things change and ideas change. But it's like when you start off with that, expectation, that high hope, and you don't live up to that high hope and you just let yourself down, it can kill you for the rest of the season, because like we're not where we said we were going to be at this time, and we're not where we said we were going to be, for the season. So it's important to keep your head up and, fight towards everything.
All right, we're going to take our final 2-minute timeout of halftime. When we come back, we'll look at stats and get a report from Reagan Higgins on the sideline. All that coming up next right here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back. We're in a 2-minute timeout right now. When I come back, you can be already over there, but you can see the counting in before we go forward. All right. And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. the Grambling Tigers right now on top by the score of 36-25 as we are about a minute and some change away from halftime, where the Grambling Tigers want to come back and they want to really make some things happen. Let's go over to Reagan Higgins right now, who's giving us our sideline report.
This is Reagan Higgins with GSU TV, and the Lady Tigers are coming up on a 36-25 lead. They are taking great advantage of the bench points and points off of their fast breaks and their transitions. Chicago Hill is leading the Lady Tigers with 15 points, and in order to keep that intensity, they have to watch the Lady Lions in transition. Also, Chicago is on the way to another quadruple-double. Back to you, Santoria.
All right, thanks a lot. We appreciate you, Reagan. As the Lady Tigers, once again, you just heard it, Chicago Hill looking at the stats on our way to another quadruple-double, and we're now joined by another celebrity. Dr. David Rusty Ponton, Hall of Famer, athletic director.
Not only that, happy belated birthday. We
Yes.
understand your birthday was yesterday, so happy belated birthday.
Yeah, he looks the same when he was the first person I met on campus when I panicked in the financial aid. All right, so just about ready for the second half to begin.
And, you know, she talked about, you know, the transition points, the points off the bench. Both of those things are definitely very key factors in this 36-25 lead right now for the Lady Tigers. So expect Arkansas Pine Bluff to adjust, make adjustments coming back into the half. So we'll see what adjustments they made, if any, as we're about to start the third quarter.
All right, Chicago Hill, we're going to be on quadruple-double watch, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals. That was in the first half. First half.
First half point. What more can you say?
And a little bit of
Jasmine Boyd and Kiana Harris. Jasmine Boyd is one of the more lockdown defenders for this Lady Tigers team. Just being an absolute pest.
And getting in her head, too.
Definitely looking for help from the ref, telling her, like, get off me.
Look at the block there by Justice Coleman. Goes out of bounds and back to the Arkansas Pound of Lady Golden Lions for Justice Coleman. That'll be her first block of the ball game.
If you remember back to the Alcorn game where Jasmine Boyd locked down Brown for the betterment to pretty much close out that game, even at the free throw line, right next to her.
Chicago Hill, Yancey, Jasmine Boyd on the floor along with Connolly Banks. Goes out of bounds, and it goes back to Arkansas Pine Bluff. 17 left on the shot clock.
Justice Coleman, you can see she wanted that steal just out of her fingertips. Here's the matchup everybody's looking at.
Harris with the basketball out front. That's going to be a foul on Connolly Banks. That's a bad foul there. It's a reaching foul. And for her, that's going to be number 3. They did not need her to pick up a third foul this early in the second half.
Not at all.
And that shot is up and good.
Wide open three-pointer for Tatiana Vincent for Arkansas Pine Bluff to open up the scoring for Arkansas Pine Bluff here in the second half.
And for Vincent, that is her, I believe, her first bucket of the ball game. Yancey with the ball, nice little head fake, pulls up from the right side of the lane, no good, and a rebound by Chicago Hill. And remember, we're on quadruple-double watch. Justice Coleman with the shot, up and good.
The pass was from Jasmine Boyd, and here goes the matchup, full court pressure, but just Jasmine Boyd.
Now 7 rebounds for Chicago Hill. Harris can't get inside. It goes out of bounds. Looks like it just touched one of the Lady Tigers. Goes out of bounds. This is the official end of the first half of the regular season when we get ready to play Mississippi Valley on Monday. As you see, the ball was knocked out of the hands of Harris. If you're watching GSU TV on the replay. And a turnover, and Yancey comes away with the basketball. Oh, a little carry with the basketball.
Yeah.
Saw that coming. Fans having some opinions, I guess you could say.
Using the Fifth Amendment,
yes,
as a lot of people like to say. Got a foul. It's going to be
an offensive foul charged to Harris, and the foul is going to be.
She just pushed her again. She got a technical.
She just got a technical, and that's what Jasmine Boyd does. She gets in the head of a player, and now Harris has to come out of the ball game. She just picked up 2 fouls, and let's look at it again. First of all, the replay. She didn't just foul her; she hit her and basically muffed her in the face.
Now they're saying it's a double technical on Harris and Boyd.
How is it a double technical? And so now Coach Freddie Murray coming over and just kind of talking to her just a little bit. Man, Jasmine Boyd got muffed in the face, but she got a technical. And so now the players will go over and talk to their respective coaches. And the officials are trying to get this all straight because, I don't really see a double technical happening here.
I don't see what Jasmine Boyd did to at least even warrant a technical, because she's the one that got mushed in the face. She's the one that got pushed. Why is she picking up a technical?
All right, so we'll try to straighten this out. We do know that Keonia Harris gets 2 fouls there, technical or a personal and a technical.
About to look to the monitor.
And really, that should have been a technical.
The first time.
Harris muffed, look, a foul, common foul I get. She took her hand and muffed her in the face. That is at least a technical foul, if not a flagrant 2.
You talk about a push-off. Now, it's a push-off to the body, then that's one thing. But
push
in the face? Absolutely. So we're definitely going to see what happens from here. As you see, right there in the face.
That's a flagrant 2 at the – really, she muffed her in the face. How is that just a common foul?
Definitely need to get this sorted out. They're about to talk to the coaches.
I don't know what they're talking about here. I'd love to get some clarification on this foul. Over at the replay table, if they could give the officials the nod to come over to the broadcast table to give us some clarification, that would be great. And I think they're saying that on the technical foul that they're giving Jasmine Boyd was more of taunting, I guess you could say. I'm going to try to get some clarification here.
Unless she said something, I don't see how that was really taunting.
I don't see how it was taunting either. I'm not sure. We know it's going to go down for a common foul at first, if it all stands, for Harris, and then a technical foul. Don't know if Jasmine Boyd is going to get a technical foul as well, as we're going to try to get some clarification on this.
Well, looks like Jasmine Boyd's about to take some technical free throws.
And they're going to hold play up here just a second. Jasmine Boyd will get a technical shot. And we'll try to get some clarification here. Jasmine Boyd will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple technicals. The first one is up and good. Jasmine Boyd, of course, one of the best free throw shooters on this team. Second free throw is up and no good.
In and out.
Now they're going to go on the other side. So now the technical foul shot for Pine Bluff will be shot by Vincent on the other side. First free throw is up and no good.
She missed her first.
Free throw up and good. So 1 out of 2. Mr. Official. Trying to get some clarification on what happened. Hey, Mr. Official, what happened on the technical foul? What happened on the technical foul?
We had an upgrade on the initial foul, then we had a technical foul.
All right.
Okay.
Upgrade on the initial foul that was caused by Harris, and then a technical foul on Jasmine Boyd. And now Jasmine Boyd all in the face of Harris, and you can tell this is going to be lockdown city for the rest of the game. And that's going to be a foul against Pine Bluff. And Connolly Banks was hit right in the head on the rebound. And if you're watching GSU TV, we'll try to watch it. And it was on the rebound right in the middle of the forehead. So Connolly Banks will come out and get Justice.
No, she stays in the game.
Oh, she does stay in the game. That foul is going to go against Pine Bluff.
Looks like it's against
Darden.
Right.
Yancey will inbound. So Connolly Banks will stay in after getting tattooed in the middle of the forehead. Here's Harris. Nice transition basketball. Missed shot, though, by Taylor. And Jasmine Boyd getting just absolutely mugged and a foul coming up. Oh, they're going to call timeout Grambling. In the middle of a dogfight right now, 39-29, Grambling on top. We're going to take this 1 minute timeout. I believe it's going to be a full timeout. 1 minute timeout, 1 minute. Grambling on top, 39-29. We'll take this 1 minute timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV.
1, 2, 3. Touchdown! You can start here and go anywhere. I promise you can start here and go anywhere. You're at Grambling State University, where everybody is. God bless you.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center here on the campus of Grambling State University. Want to thank Sister Sarah for bringing over the stats. And we've got an update on Chicala Hill's numbers. Justice Coleman, nice catch there after a long pass that could have gone awry. Shot up good. Justice Coleman. And things are getting a little bit more chippy down on the floor for both Pine Bluff and for Grambling. And now all kinds of defense going on. El Hassan, a nice little fake. She'll pull up for the jumper off the backboard. Good. El Hassan now, I believe, has 6 points. Make that 8 points. And it's now 41-31.
You talked about it getting chippy. Expect this game to get a lot more physical. As I see, it's getting physical on the inside now between Connolly Banks and Darden.
The quadruple-double watch, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals for Chicala Hill.
Only 3 minutes into the third quarter. Still a lot of time left.
Absolutely. And then you start looking at a couple other players who Jasmine Boyd could get a double-double. She's got 6 points, 5 rebounds already. Jasmine Boyd with the basketball. Chicala Hill inside, gets the shot. Gets it to Jasmine Coleman, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Grambling, and it will go back to Arkansas Pine Bluff. 6:52 remaining here in this third quarter of play. 41-31, Grambling on top. Harris with the basketball, and she's locked down by Jasmine Boyd. And Boyd is not going to let her go anywhere, making her go left. And Jasmine Boyd is on her like a glove. Nice spin move's going to be a travel, though. And that's going to go against 24, Noelle Taylor. Now the fans starting to taunt the players just a tad.
When the players get into it, the fans get into it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a foul.
Looks like it's going to be on number 21 for Pine Bluff, El Hassan.
Yep.
That's one thing you got to love about Grand Fam. If the players get into it, the fans ride right there with them.
Oh, yeah. That's going to count. Is it going to count?
No, it didn't go in, but Shakala Hill will go to the line.
So if that's on Harris, that should be 3 on her. And Shakala Hill going to the free throw line as she was fouled.
Kai Richardson for Pine Bluff, expect to check in.
First free throw up and good. One more opportunity.
She comes in for Harris, who's going to have a seat.
Arkansas Pine Bluff has dropped its last 2 games, including an 80-41 game Monday night against Prairie View A&M.
Chicago missed that. Second free throw.
El Hassan with the basketball. Boy, she is just being harassed by Shakala Hill and Jasmine Boyd. She has nowhere to go with the basketball. Now she gets it to Kai Richardson. Ball is tipped. And coming with the basketball is Cameron London. Now to Shakala Hill. Shakala Hill to Justice Coleman, and the shot is up and good.
Mark another one for the assist.
That's 8 assists now in the ball game for Shakala Hill. Now with the basketball is Vincent. Back to Kai Richardson. Shakala Hill coming into the game, 833 rebounds. 4th of all-time scoring, 1,831 points. She can get to 1,900, possibly 2,000 this season. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And it's out of bounds, back to Grambling. And again, back to the taunting here.
Trust me, if you mess up, they're going to let you hear about it.
Oh, yeah, they're going to let you know about it.
Can't live that down at all. They're going to remember that for the rest of the game.
Shakala Hill, depending on what she does tonight, came in. She could get to 1850 tonight as far as points. Shot going up, no good, but foul coming up. And it's going to be Harris. So for Shantayla Harris, that's her second.
Conley Banks split those free throws. Make it 45-31 now.
1 or 2 at the line for Conley Banks, and a steal by Shakala Hill. Shot is up, no good. She gets her own rebound, goes up for the shot, no good. So she's going to be accredited with a steal.
And a board.
And a rebound. So that's now 11 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 7 steals in the contest. We have a timeout on the floor, 45-31. Grambling is on top, 4:45 remaining in the third quarter. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling Lady Tigers right now on top of Arkansas Pine Bluff, 45-31. Chicala Hill going to the line. And when you start looking at the numbers here, 11 rebounds, 11 points, as she misses this first free throw here. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 steals unofficially.
You know, I remember talking to you after she got her first quadruple-double. When the game ended, you didn't even realize that it was a quadruple.
Did not realize it right away, no.
Like, she's just so naturally in the game that you, if you don't look at the stats.
Oh, boy, Chicala Hill looks like she might have tweaked that ankle. And she's trying to tie her shoe up. She's just kind of running around with that ankle right now, but looks like she may have tweaked it a little bit. I don't know if that's a cramp or if that's her ankle. But she is in a little bit of pain right now. And so now the Lady Tigers will have to do it without Chicala Hill right at this point. Harris goes inside, and that's going to be a foul on Jasmine Boyd. Harris goes inside, gets the bucket. Jasmine Boyd with the foul. Takara Parsons comes in, and Justice Coleman comes out. She may have gotten a little bit of a cramp there. Looks like she's okay now. Those cramps will sneak up on you and make you feel like you just want to tell all your secrets.
The cramps do not feel good at all, especially in the middle of a game.
Three-pointer on the way. Good! Ariel Williams. Is that a third three-pointer of the day? That's third one.
You see just the ball movement.
Jasmine Boyd is going to be credited with the assist on that one. Shot is up, no good by Arkansas Pine Bluff. Rebound and the putback, no good, and the rebound by Takara Parsons.
The fight on the inside in the paint this whole game has just been very chippy and very physical.
2-3 zone set up by Grambling. Near steal. Nice job by Jasmine Boyd rotating, getting the shot up, no good, but she goes to the line for the free throws. And so Darden picks up the foul, and for her, that'll be her second personal. Jasmine Boyd going to the line to shoot 2 here. And for Boyd, coming in to this set of free throws, 1 of 2 at the line, shooting over 71% on the season.
If you saw the replay on GSU TV, it was almost like Jasmine Boyd was trying to dunk on her a little bit.
If she does that, she's going to close this place.
Oh, yeah. Shut down, time for a new arena.
50-33 now the score after Jasmine Boyd hits the free throws.
Kai Richardson went up but can't get it to fall. As outlet pass to Jasmine Boyd.
And she gets it. 10 points now for Jasmine Boyd. She's working on a double-double as well.
Looks like Chicala Hill's about to come back into the game.
Three-pointer on the way by El Hassan, and they give her 2. El Hassan gets a 2-point bucket there. She now is into double figures with 10 points. Ariel Williams to Takara Parsons. And a travel. And Shakala Hill coming back on the floor.
Vincent coming back into the game for Arkansas Pine Bluff for Noelle Taylor.
You can tell she's still in a little bit of discomfort here. Three-pointer on the way by El Hassan. Way up there, no good. Ball almost stripped out of there by Shakala Hill. Harris with the ball. And for Keonia Harris, she's going to be fouled by, looks like, Ariel Williams. And for Ariel Williams, that'll be number 1 on her. Ariel Williams kind of got beat there and tried to swipe at the ball and got her arm. 2 foul shots coming up for for Keonia Harris. Danny Evans and Ashley Brown, coaches for Pine Bluff. Danny Evans taking over for Nate Kilbert, longtime coach in the conference. Second free throw up, no good, and Shakala Hill with the rebound. And they're going to test her defensively because they think that she might be hurt a little bit, but she gets the long pass out to Takara Parsons. And now to Cameron London, and London with the shot, no good. Harris, Keonia, looking. Steal, and then they give it right back. Harris with the shot. She can't hit it. And the rebound by Shakala Hill. Long pass to Takara Parsons. She's going to get the steal, and she's going to get the assist. 8 steals, 9 assists now, unofficially.
Just grabs the ball and just looks down court. Touchdown.
El Hassan, shot up no good. Cameron London with the rebound. Shakala Hill goes up, gets the shot. Shakala Hill has 14 points. Timeout, Arkansas Pine Bluff with 1:18 remaining in the first half of play, in the third quarter play. 56-35 to score, and they're going to get a 30-second timeout. No, they're going to call a full timeout. So we'll take a full timeout as well. Grambling on top, 56-35, 1:18 remaining here in the third quarter of play. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back on GSU TV and the Grambling Sports Network. Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center on the campus of Grambling State University. The Lady Tigers on top 56-35 with 1:14 remaining here in this third quarter of play. And that is Harris. Three-pointer for Harris. Oh, and a steal. Shot up, no good. Ball tipped around and a rebound by Shakala Hill. Unofficially, there should be 10 rebounds, so she should have a double-double.
And there's a kick ball by El Hassan, so the ball will stay right here with Grambling.
So we know she's got at least a double-double. She's got 8 steals and 8 assists.
Unofficially.
Unofficially. Nice pass inside. Takara Parsons picks it back up and another assist. Takara Parsons with the bucket. She's got 4 and another assist. That's 9 now. Should be almost a triple-double now for Shakala Hill. El Hassan for 3. Oh, man, El Hassan drains the 3.
They're going to call that a deep 2 right now.
Wow. She's got 12.
10 seconds left in the third quarter.
9 seconds to Kara Parsons with the ball. Now Shakala Hill with the basketball. 5 seconds. Hill looking on the inside. She takes a long 3. Up, no good. And the rebound, Pine Bluff, and that'll do it. And the Lady Tigers on top 58-40 will take this timeout. Fourth quarter coming up. We'll take this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching it live on GSU TV. And welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hamdi Assembly Center. Officially, Shakala Hill now has a triple-double, 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists, according to the online stats. And we're about to get those here in just a second to make sure that they are official. But it looks like a triple-double already for Shakala Hill, and it's 14 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists. She is 3 steals away from getting a quadruple-double. And listen to this. Well, she's 3 steals away from a quadruple-double.
Even the fans are looking at our stat sheets trying to get the stats together for a quadruple-double.
Cameron London shot up, no good. So already a triple-double here for Shakala Hill. 58-40, Grambling on top. We just started the fourth quarter. And a near steal. I don't know if they're going to count that as a steal or not for Shakala Hill.
She tipped it, so she's the one that started that. So I feel like they should credit her with that steal.
And a turnover here.
Oh,
they're going to call that a foul. They are going to credit her with the steal, so she has 8 steals now.
That's her first foul, so she's still going to stay in the game for right now.
First foul for Shakala Hill. First free throw up and good.
You think the coaches and the rest of the team are stat watching like we are?
Oh, yeah. I would be. So now that is going to be 8 steals now in the contest. So Shakala Hill, 2 steals away from a quadruple-double. Inside, nice pass to Jasmine, or I should say to Justice Coleman. And she lost the ball. They're going to call that on Shakala Hill. That's her second. Ooh, that was a tough call. Tough.
That's only her second.
Coach Murray just telling her to play ball. 58-42, Grambling on top, 8:40 remaining in the ball game. Harris looking, trying to get over the head of Shakala Hill. Can't do it. Justice Coleman with the rebound. Ooh! Wow. And Jasmine Boyd shot up no good. And El Hassan last touched it, goes back to Grambling. Eight minutes remaining in the ball game. Shakala Hill, 14 points in the ball game. Still here by Pine Bluff. That's shot up and good. And that's going to be good by Richardson. I believe that's her first bucket of the ball game. Oh, that's going to be a tripping foul. That's going to be on Kai Richardson. That'll be her first personal.
Cameron London's going to sit down as Yancey is going to come into the game.
And Shakala Hill, the 5'7" senior from Little Rock, Arkansas, trying to get a couple more steals. Shot up, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Grambling, and it goes back to UAPB. Called an illegal screen, and that's going to be a foul charge to Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Shakala Hill right there in position to draw another charge.
Oh, man. And I think that's going to be charged to, I believe it's going to be charged to Darden.
Yep, that's going to be her third.
Near steal. Another great pass. Rebound by Shakala Hill. 12 rebounds now. Is that going to be on Darden? That is. That's 4. Oh, that's going to be charged to El Hassan. That'll be her third. So now Pine Bluff got 2 players with 3 personals. First free throw up and good. And one more at the line.
Everybody is waiting patiently. Every time Grambling is on defense, all eyes are going to be on Shakala Hill.
Oh, absolutely. Shot up, no good. Jasmine Boyd with the rebound. Shakala Hill with the basketball. Nice pass inside to Takara Parsons. She pops it back out. Jasmine Boyd with the shot. Three-pointer, no good. El Hassan with the rebound. UAPB's ball as it goes out of bounds. 6:07 remaining in the game. 60-44, Grambling on top. It's going to be a foul on Parsons. 2 on her.
She tried to go for the steal right there, and guess enough contact to warrant a whistle.
Justice Coleman, Jasmine Boyd, Yancey, Takara Parsons, Shakala Hill, all in the game for Grambling. And is that going to be good? Justice Coleman. Nope, it's going to go to the line. Justice Coleman with the foul. That is her third. And going to the line for Arkansas Pine Bluff is Vincent.
This is your fourth.
Is that her fourth?
Oh, they didn't correction, they didn't put it on.
Yeah, you might be right. Justice Coleman, I think, has 4 fouls.
Right.
Jasmine Boyd coming in. Takara Parsons comes out. We'll check that. It'll be Takara Parsons, Jasmine Boyd, Yancey, Justice Coleman, and Shakala Hill in the game. Yancey did a nice job of keeping with the ball there. And it goes out of bounds off of Yancey back to Grambling.
They're saying that was off of Yancey?
That's what they're saying. It's Grambling basketball.
Had to make sure about that one. Wasn't too sure about that.
Grambling with the basketball, 60-46, 5:27 remaining in this ball game, and a foul coming up on Pine Bluff. El Hassan with the foul. That'll be 4 on her. Grambling shooting 35% from the field for the game. If you're Pine Bluff, 2 for 10 from the three-point line.
Nice pass by Boyd.
Takara Parsons with the shot. And the ball thrown out of bounds. It goes back to Grambling. Coach Danny Evans just shaking his head. This Pine Bluff team, which beat Alcorn on the road at Alcorn, which is tough to do. They turned around and they've lost, 3 games by 2 points, 4 points. Had a close one with Texas Southern, close one with Valley. I mean, all those games. You're talking about 3 games to where you are 4-3 instead of 1-6. And it makes a difference when you're talking about going into the second half of the season. And now they got to go play a rejuvenated Jackson team. Oh, they try to get it to Justice Coleman. It goes out of bounds. We have a timeout on the floor. 62-46 the score. The Grambling State University Tigers on top will take this 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Grambling Sports Radio Network and watching the game live on GSU TV.
What is Grambling? Grambling is growing. It's a community. Grambling is an education, an experience. Grambling is legacy, tradition, and the future. What is Grambling? Grambling is all of this and more. Grambling is the place where everybody is somebody.
Welcome back here to the Frederick C. Hobby Assembly Center. The Grambling State University Lady Tigers on top of Arkansas Pine Bluff, 62-46, 4:46 remaining in this ball game. I believe it will be Pine Bluff basketball.
Just less than 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Looking at the stats here.
Yep, Chicago Hill does have 8 steals. She's 2 steals short of a quadruple-double. Harris with the shot up, no good. Rebound by Chicago Hill. 13 rebounds. 16 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists. And now Takara Parsons goes in and gets the bucket.
Just right in the whole defense for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Very lackadaisical.
Goes out of bounds off of Grambling, back to Arkansas Pine Bluff. Pine Bluff cannot break that press. Whistle.
I think they're saying the clock didn't start.
Pine Bluff now with the basketball. Did the clock not start again? 10-second violation. Got it. So there was only a couple of seconds left before the 10-second violation there. And Coach Evans furious on the sideline. Almost a bewildered look. Takara Parsons with the ball. Shot from the free throw line up, no good. And coming down with the rebound for Arkansas Pine Bluff is Vincent. And a near steal. It's going to be a foul. They call a foul on Chicago Hill. That's a third personal.
Yep.
And Chicago looks like she's in a little bit of pain. I don't know if this was a foul or if this was more. I get the arm thing right there. At the free throw line now for Arkansas Pine Bluff. It's going to be Ashley Daniel. She'll shoot 2, 5'9" senior from St. James in the Barbados. Wants to transfer from Queens College. Free throw up and good. And that is her first points of the night. She has one more. Into the ball game for the Lady Tigers. Looks like Markeisha Body comes in. 5'11" freshman from Birmingham, Alabama. Body with a shot, no good. Rebound by Chicago Hill. I believe that's what, 14 rebounds now. Chicago Hill just trying to get away from some pressure. Now to Justice Coleman. Boyd to Takara Parsons on the left side now. Inside to Justice Coleman. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot is up, no good. It's going to be a shot clock violation. APB basketball.
See Grambling just wasting all the time on the clock. Not in any type of hurry to get a shot up. Just trying to waste the clock.
Got a turnover there, though. There's steal there by Chicago Hill. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Takara Parsons. And that'll be number 3 on her. Looked like that was a partial block there.
I thought it was a block as well.
3:14 remaining in the ball game, 64-47. Grambling on top. 16 points for Chicago Hill. But you got some fouls coming up here. Takara Parsons, Chicago Hill, Jasmine Boyd all with 3. Justice Coleman with 4. So you do have a few players in foul trouble right now.
Well, with 3 minutes left, 64-47, and you're up. It doesn't hurt as bad as it would if it was a much closer game.
And they tell Paramore that she can't come in yet. Freshman from Garland, Texas, getting ready to come in. Free throw up, no good. Chicago Hill with another rebound. I believe that's 15. Three-pointer up, no good. Way off the mark. Nice pass. Bucket up and good. Timeout Grambling, and really they're just using it a timeout to substitute Paramore in. So it's just going to be charged as a 30-second timeout for substitution.
See Hannah Henderson checking into the game as well for Grambling.
So 66-47, 19-point lead. Golden Line basketball. Body, Henderson, Paramore, Takara Parsons, and Shakila.
That's number 9 for Shakila.
And she goes in and she gets the bucket. Is that going to be counted as the steal? Did she tip it, or was it another player?
I believe that's a steal. Not just because I wanted to pad the stats. Well, Paramore should have let Shakila get that one just in case.
Paramore, nice pass by Paramore. Shot up, no good though. Harris with the rebound for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Up and good. Bucket is good by the 24. That's Noelle Taylor.
There's going to be a foul coming up.
There's going to be a Paramore?
Nope, that's going to be against Pine Bluff. That's going to be against Noelle Taylor.
Taylor. And for Taylor, that's going to be number 1 on her. Paramore at the free throw line shooting 2. Well, Grambling will be emptying their bench pretty soon. Ray, looks like James may be coming in. Rajon James, the 5'2" sophomore from Houma, Louisiana, getting ready to check in. And takes out Takara Parsons. So Shakila Hill is the only starter left on the floor for obvious reasons. 69-49, Grambling trailing by on top by 20. 2 minutes remaining in the ball game now.
Update, they did credit Shakila Hill with a steal, so she is 1 steal away from a quadruple-double.
1 steal away from a quadruple-double. So if you are watching or listening, let people know where you can watch or listen because Shakila Hill is 1 steal away from a quadruple-double. Paramore going in for the shot, no good. Looked like she was fouled. Goes out of bounds, back to Grambling. Grambling will get the basketball. And, could have been a steal there. There's a foul coming up instead. 1 steal away from a quadruple-double, 2nd of her career. And free throws coming up here for Arkansas Pine Bluff.
See a lot of people getting their camera phones out every time.
Oh, absolutely.
Grambling is on defense now. Free throw up and good, make it 69-53. Shakila Hill splits the defenders, puts a shot up.
No good.
Rebound.
Rebound by Grambling. Paramore with the shot. Good! Paramore getting into scoring. 1 more steal for Shakila Hill. Shot up no good. Shakila gets the rebound though. And it's a foul. Wow. And she's got 4.
That's her 4th foul.
That's 4 fouls. 53 seconds, 71-53. 1 more steal for a quadruple-double.
First shot up and good. Ashley Daniel.
Shakila Hill, she got the first quadruple-double in women's college basketball, the first one in 25 years, January 4th of 2018. Shot up no good.
Lane violation.
Lane violation. She needs one steal.
Easier said than done, especially
Very.
with 4 fouls.
Paramore with the basketball. Gets it to Shakila Hill. She takes a three-pointer. Good. Shakila Hill with the steal. She's got the quadruple-double.
Another one. Another one. Shakila Hill has done
Shakila
it
Hill.
once again.
She got a quadruple-double. Unbelievable. 23 seconds left in the game. Pine Bluff basketball. And Shakila Hill has got a quadruple-double.
Unbelievable. The second of her career.
Shakila Hill was the first basketball player on the women's side, college basketball player in 25 years to get a quadruple-double January 4 of 2018. And now she's got the second one of her career.
How many people can say that they got a quadruple-double once in their career, let alone twice in their career?
And a foul coming up against Grambling. Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Second free throw up and good.
I'm shaking right now. To witness it in person, all the history. I can't even tell you how many times I've witnessed the
three-pointer
by number 32, Hannah Henderson.
And that's the ball game. And we will be interviewing Coach Freddie Murray and, of course, Shakila Hill coming up in just a little bit. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes. When we come back, we'll talk to Freddie Murray and Shakila Hill. We'll be right back.
What is Grambling? What is Grambling? What is Grambling?
And then, Coach, can we change it? Yeah. trying to get them. We got to go on the air. All right, welcome back here on the Grambling Sports Radio Network. The Grambling Tigers, they defeat Arkansas Pine Bluff. We're joined by head coach Freddie Murray. And Coach Murray, the Grambling Lady Tigers, of course, big game here, but I want to start with Shakala Hill. Quadruple-double, second of her career.
Man, I'm telling you, this young lady flirts with those every night. Just tonight, she was just clicking. Everything was just happening for tonight. It's not like she sets out to do that every night, but when you look back at the stat sheets at the end of most games, you know, she's right there at it.
Let's go over to Shakala Hill. She's joining Cali right now.
I'm assists by trying not to force things and getting my teammates included.
And how does it feel getting your second quadruple-double?
I have so many emotions right now. Like, I just have so many tears and so many, but I got to give it to my teammates because they helped me so much today, and, I'm just...
You can honestly say that you finished out your senior year of college strong at Grambling. Last question, what do the fans mean to you? You know, do you feel like the fans kind of helped increase your intensity for this game?
Yes, they were actually the ones telling me, like, you're one still away, and so they kind of got me hyped. And then when I finally got it, their emotions surpassed my own emotions at that moment.
Well, thank you. Congratulations, Chicago.
All right, we're here with Coach Freddie Murray here on the sideline. Great interview with Cali with Shakala Hill. And, you know, Coach, last year, January 4th of 2018 was the first time that a women's basketball player had done it in 25 years, and now she's done it for a second time. And I'd have to go back into what, maybe the 80s, maybe even the 60s or 70s.
Back during my era. Back during my era. Those type of records, I don't think this younger generation really understands. And that's why they're so hard to obtain and try to beat, you know, because it happened so far back, you know. But I'm so happy for her. Like she said, she's such an unselfish player. She gives her heart on the court night in and night out. And, hey, kudos to her.
You know what? Lost in the shuffle of this is Jasmine Boyd. She had a tremendous ball game.
Man, Jasmine Boyd is playing like the all-conference player she is. She want to leave it on the court night in and night out. And a lot of times she gets overshadowed sometimes by what Hill does on the court. But trust me, we wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for Jasmine Boyd. She's our best defender. We can put her on anybody in the country. I mean, anybody in the country. And she would literally give them everything that she has defensively. And she's an offensive juggernaut as well. And like I said, I just hate that both of them are singing.
Well, you know what, Coach? You can enjoy this one for a little bit. You got Mississippi Valley coming up on Monday.
Exactly. Like I said, it doesn't get any easier.
Well, Coach, final score, the Grambling State University Tigers, they win a big one here against Arkansas Pine Bluff. For our Grambling Sports Radio Network, we will see you coming up on Monday. For GSU TV, we'll see you in about 20 minutes as the Grambling men will step on the floor against Arkansas Pine Bluff. Until then, always remember, one nation, one people, peace.